Yeah, obviously, Jalen's been a huge asset to our program, not only as a player, but you as an individual who's just a great leader overall. The things that he's done within our program to, elevate other guys around him, the way he works and puts in the effort every single day, the way he comes out and, not only on the field, but studies in the classroom, with the coaches. He's one of the best players I've obviously coached offensively. He's meant a lot. He's meant a lot to this program, not only as a player, but a lot to me as a person, someone that's really grown and developed and matured over the years. And now I look at him as not only a great player of mine, but a close friend and a guy that hopefully down the road we'll always have that relationship. Again, he was unbelievable man to coach, and I'm really, really excited for his future. Watching him go out and perform on Sundays, it's going to be great for everybody, but great for him, and I'm really excited about the opportunity to watch him play. So, I wish we could have had him for another year, but like I told him, it's time for him to get out and go and accomplish and achieve his dreams that he's always had, not only for himself, but it was extremely important for him, for his family, and so I'm really excited to see this journey and watch him grow on this next chapter of his life, and I know he's going to do special things.
How much would it help the program to have someone drafted since it's been so long since Cody?
Well, it's huge. Guys, that's a lot of these guys, that's their goals and aspirations in life are to get to the next level, and just seeing a guy come here and put in the work and the effort to put himself into position to have a chance and an opportunity to get not only to the next level but to get drafted just shows these other guys that you come in here, put in the work, and you do the right things necessary. They're going to find you as a player. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if it's Division I, Power 5, Group of 5, 1AA. These scouts out there, they're going to find great players wherever they're at, and so it just kind of shows that as long as you fit in a system and you're comfortable with the guys around you and the coaches that you're going to play for, you can achieve all your goals pretty much anywhere.
Jalen was obviously a big leader for y'all on the offensive side of the ball. With so many young receivers coming back, just how have you seen those guys start to step up and show what they've learned from him?
Well, you can see the way they work. I've never had a player work like Jaelon has. I mean, honestly, the way the amount of work he puts in on the field. At times, I'd have to tell him, you got to relax. You got to ease up. When I need your legs fresh for this weekend. But he's one of those special guys that it never seemed to matter with him. He was never really dead-legged or I felt like at times maybe he could have overworked, but he didn't. It was extremely important to him. And it was kind of one of those things with him, and I think special people have this, to where there were no options for him. That was something that he was going to hell or high water achieve, and not only for himself, but I think you look at, he's doing it for his family as well. And so you have that chip on your shoulder, and the amount of work he's put in. These other guys, they've seen that, and so they know that success comes with that. It's not just coach speak, and so there's no doubt it's been great for not only the other receivers but other guys within our program wanting to get to the next level.
Jalen, what does it mean to you, man? Knowing that you have a chance to do something that you drafted first player from there since 2004. What does that mean to you, being an example for some of the other people coming up and following your footsteps? What does that mean to you?
It definitely means a lot because of how much work I've been putting in from being 7 years old, working in the backyard till now. So it definitely means a lot, and it also means a lot to me to be able to show others that size and talent doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you just got to go out and achieve what you want to achieve. So if anything, I feel like I put in the work. So therefore, when I show others that they can do the same and they go out and work every day hard as they can, then anything can happen.
What's your mindset, man? Getting ready to make that next step, move on to the next level. What's your mindset, and does it change from anything, the way that you attack the game here at UNT? Does anything change? What's your mindset moving forward?
No, sir. My mindset has been the same since January in the off season, putting in work, coming in every day, waking up at 6 a.m., I've been having that same mindset for almost these many months, however many months I've been working out. So therefore, I just kind of have to keep that mindset going. And I'm also doing it for my dad as well. So it's more to it. It's more behind it. I have a lot of more motivation. So therefore, that's why I'm going the way I'm going and pushing the way I'm pushing to be able to achieve what I want to achieve.
Hey, Jalen, tell us when you first had the dream of playing in the NFL.
When I was 7 years old. My older brother, he kind of played a role in that as well. His name is Norman. He played receiver as well, so I kind of wanted to follow his footsteps. And in a sense, and I seen the work ethic he had at a young age, so I kind of told myself if I keep that work ethic and I take it all the way, then ain't no stopping it.
So you're 7 years old at the park or in the backyard?
Yeah, I'm in the backyard working out, doing the ladder.
And who are you? Who are you playing for at that time?
At that time, I'm playing for myself and also my family. My mom actually put me in football, so it kind of meant a lot rather than my dad putting me in football. My mom, she kind of wanted me to take another step and kind of be the man of the household in a sense. So I kind of just went out there and kind of took that role and kind of been able to keep that chip on my shoulder, because at the end of the day, she always taught me it don't matter how big you is, it matters about your heart. So if I just keep going and keep putting in the work, then everything else will take care of itself.
Did you have a team you imagined you were playing for, a player that you?
Nah, no sir. I'm more so of a player guy. I like all type of players. As long as you can play ball and you really dissect the game and really love the game, then I'll definitely have a chance of watching you and kind of taking the craft of yours and putting it in my bag as well. That's more so how I look at it.
Any idea, Jalen, what it would feel like? You know, draft weekend comes and you hear your name called by the commissioner or whoever. Like, any idea what that would feel like for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely shed a couple tears because I've been working this hard, and I also haven't done it with my best friend in my life, which is my dad. So that's kind of gonna be the hardest part. If anything, I can't share that moment with him, but I can share it with my mom and my little brother. So if anything, I'm gonna still be happy. I'm gonna be grateful, but at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna shed a couple tears because of what I've been through.
What's it been like building those connections with NFL teams, trying to, maybe get your name out there and whatnot? How's that come about? How's that evolved?
It's been good. I talked to a couple people, but at the end of the day, I let my agents do that. I'm kind of just focused on football and focused on being the best me I can be to be able to give and show everybody my skill sets and what they want to take in.
How has training gone since you've left North Texas and started the draft?
To be honest, nothing's changed. Coach Womack kind of has the same mindset as Brent over there. So I kind of been in the same atmosphere, if that makes sense. Kind of been pushing myself to my limits, which I know I can. I kind of been keeping my head down, keeping my distance, which I always do. So it's more so kind of just me coming to work every day and me putting that chip on my shoulder and me being able to take that next step in my life and kind of mature as a man and really just focus on me.
Who you been training with?
Jamar Chase, Rondell Moore, Asante Samuel Jr. I've been Jonathan Adams Jr. It's a bunch of guys I've been training with. Been getting a lot familiar with them. Kind of been able to pick their brain a little bit with football, get to talk about ball and things of that nature, and it's been a good experience for me.
Is there a certain trainer you're working with, facility, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I've been training with my big brother Darius Willis for the longest. That's kind of the only person I've been training with outside of Exos. Other than that, I've been training with the speed coach Brent. That's about it.
Jalen, what can an NFL team expect to get from you?
110% every day. I'm gonna come to work with the right mindset, kind of trying to build my teammates around me and build that relationship, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, relationship. Coach Latrell told me that all the time. If I can get somebody to trust in me and I know that I'll give them 110%, then they'll do the same for me. So that's more so how I kind of want to come in to an organization and be able to give everything I got and show them that I have their back as long as they have mine.
What would it mean to you to get picked and to go down in North Texas history?
Say that again, I can hear you.
Yeah, what would it mean for you to get picked and to go down in North Texas history as, kind of the next guy to get drafted?
It would mean a lot, but I'm more so just kind of focused on me at the end of the day, because that's what matters. I really don't know how to explain it. It's going to be a long, heartfelt moment because of all the work I put in. And like I said, going back to with losing my dad, that's more important than anything. I can care less about getting drafted. I'm more so kind of just happy that I'm in this position I am because of how I worked. And he always told me to just keep working at the end of the day, and everything else will take care of itself.
Coach, y'all were able to use Jalen in different ways throughout his career. I mean, from slide and a little more outside last year. Just what do you feel like that did to add to his versatility and just what he can take to the next level?
Well, he's done a lot of different things for us, not only offensively, but within special teams. And he had to put the work in, right, to understand and figure out how to play those different positions. But we had a long talk after the previous season, and trying to find different ways to get him the ball more, get the ball in his hands, get him more targets. And be flexible enough to be able to move him around from the inside to the outside, create different matchups. And that's something we worked extremely hard on. But we would have not done that if he wouldn't have been the type of worker he was, and we could have understood that, he was going to put in the effort in order to, learn and continue to develop at all those different positions. And so, look, we've put him in the backfield. We've put him, at all the different slots and outsides, and there's probably not a position besides the offensive line or quarterback that he hadn't played. So it's great for him, and it was great for our program because, again, it forced us to find different ways to figure out how to get the ball to our number one playmaker, and that's what it's about, trying to get those guys into positions to be successful. But those guys have to put in the work too. It's a two-way street. We can find different ways to do that, but you have to put in the work in order to help yourself be successful as well.
Do you think it's just the work ethic that's helped him get here? Has that been a big part of it?
I think obviously it's his work ethic, but there's a lot of other things that go into, in my opinion, that go into it. I think, his mindset, how his mind works, how his heart works. He came in, he's always had a chip on his shoulder, and I know guys like that. I had to be like that as a player, and I think that keeps you driven. It keeps you motivated. There's not a day that he wakes up that he doesn't think about that or look at that, and that's how you keep guys motivated. And I think that's why a lot of guys with that mindset are successful, because that consumes a lot of their thinking. I know it did for myself, and obviously I wasn't even close to the player he was, but I think guys that are in programs and those guys that end up starting 4 or 5 years, a lot of those guys have that mindset and that chip on their shoulder in order to come to work every single day, and for fear that, I was scared to death I was going to get beat out if I didn't. And so that's part of it. And I know there's no doubt in my mind wherever he ends up, he's going to be an unbelievable teammate. He's going to give whatever organization 1,000%. He's going to come to work every day, and he's going to be highly successful wherever he goes.
Jalen, up to this point, man, how would you describe this journey up to this point?
Long, definitely. But like I say, God gives his battle to his toughest soldiers. So I feel, if anything, I've been put in this situation because of God. If anything, I just give glory to God.
Anything from JG or Jeff Wilson or anybody, Rico or anybody else?
Yeah, I kind of talk to them every now and then, but not too much. They kind of just tell me keep my head on straight, make sure I'm focused on what I can focus on, and control what I can control, because at the end of the day, that's all I can do.